Go.
Hi, Steve McNutt here with Toledo Physical Education Supply. Today I'm going to show you how to set up the back wall of our new booth design featuring iCards2Go. To do that, we've got 16 2-foot by 2-foot panels, and you're going to install them with the groove side out. It's important because it's real difficult to take it apart and put it back together if you put the groove side in. I've laid out some of the connectors on the table to help me with this, and I've pre-positioned half of the panels at one end and half of the panels at the other end. And connectors, it's important that you install them correctly, otherwise you won't get the correct shape of the wall. When they're positioned up right side up, they bend to the back like that. If you need it to bend the other way, flip it around and it bends this way. If you do it wrong, you're going to have to take the wall apart. It's the only way to really fix that problem. So to start, I'm going to go to my black box, get my diagram. It shows the shape that I'm looking to achieve. I use that as a cheat sheet, even though I've set this wall up quite a few times. If you make a mistake, like I said, you end up having to disassemble it, and this little chart really helps. So I'm going to start with 2 panels, and the wall itself, once it's set up, is very difficult to impossible to move. So I start by positioning the 2 panels in the center of the booth, and I'll install all of the lower feet and the top connector, and then we'll stand the wall up, and it'll be self-supporting at that point. So using my chart, I can see how I'm supposed to put these feet in. Now with the feet in and the top centerpiece in, I can stand the wall up. I can angle it, and once it's angled, it'll be self-standing. I like to position the wall about a foot from the table. There will be some cones sitting in front of the wall, sitting on the table, so about a foot is plenty of space. With that, I can move on to the next panel. Looking at my chart, I see how that foot has to be positioned. The end panel, which is where we're at now, takes a special end foot. Always want to put these top connectors in. It helps stabilize the wall as you're going. Now moving on down. This is what happens when you put the connectors in wrong. You have to simply take it apart, put it back together. These 2 center panels are straight. I like to put the connectors in the same way, just because if you don't put them in the same way, they tend to bind. So looking how I put this one in, I just put it in the same way. I see that I've got all of my top connectors in, so I can simply start adding the second row, which goes a lot faster than the first. We've included a step stool, but this packed up and going to a convention, so I don't have it available right now, but I can usually reach. There are little corner pieces. They're simply cosmetic. Go there. At this point, the wall is ready now to have the lights added and the shelving added to it. And there's another video that'll help explain the details of how that goes up. Plus, in your black box will be detailed. Each panel has pictures of what goes on which panel. It makes it pretty simple. At this point, I'd like to just say a little bit about disassembling the wall. These are hollow plastic panels, so they're lightweight, but they're also a little bit fragile. When you take them apart, I suggest that you pull them straight up. The tendency is, especially if you're shorter, is to pull them forward a little bit, but you want to pull them straight up and off. Shouldn't have any problems with that. It gets a little tricky when you get down to the very end, the last two panels. You just want to make sure that they don't tip over, especially if they're straight. And that is all I really have today. The details, like I said, are available in another YouTube video that we've uploaded for you. So I would have to say, if you have any questions, certainly contact Steve McNutt, and all that contact information is in your black box. Thank you.